Hi guys, in this one we're going to go over to Andy's Aquatics on the Wirral, which is in the northwest of England, and we're going to do a fish shop tour. I actually came over to Andy's Aquatics to pick a fish up, and I'll show you that fish at the end of this tour. But what I want to ask you guys is, as we enter the shop, is this 8 foot by 15, I think it was about 15 or 18 wide, front to back, and 2 foot high. What would you stock this with? I had this chat with Andy, who's a brilliant guy who owns the shop, and we had a chat about what would we stock it with. And I think right now I would probably do African dwarf cichlids. Let me know in the comments what you would do. So I'm just going to run you through the layout of Andy's Aquatics. It's an old school fish shop. I love old school fish shops. It's been going for about 30 odd years. So it's an absolute staple in the community on the Wirral. A lot of my viewers actually have reached out to me many times saying, when you're coming over to Andy's. So the people in the community love it. Let's start with this tank, and this is the fish to start with, this Waru cichlid, obviously. Now, also in this tank, there's a group of true parrots. Now, I have quite a lot of people asking me, have I seen any true parrots on my journeys? Well, there was a few in this tank, guys. So, you know, over to Andy's Aquatics, you've got yourself a group of true parrots there. But ain't that Waru cichlid absolutely stunning? I did like this tank. Honestly, look at the scape as well. It was beautiful, you know, like a group of true parrots, a nice size Waru cichlid, some nice wood and some green. It looked really well, honestly. This would make a lot of people's fish rooms or people's houses. It was a stunning tank, that. And then some of you will have obviously seen these when I did my video with Keith, but I just obviously had to show them in the tour. A beautiful pair of Frontosa. These were sold, so obviously I don't think they stayed in the shop long. A customer brought them in, but, you know, round about, I think the male was probably around about 9 inches, female a little bit smaller, but an absolutely beautiful pair of fish. And then there was this, like, mixed tank of American cichlids, so a couple of hybrids in here, I think. So that there is probably a convict hybrid. It was big, that, as well. There is, I think it's a lower cellite, could be an hybrid in there. There's a gold psalm, a parrot fish, should I say. They are, that is. I don't know if that's, I think that's a lower cellite, I'm not bothered. I think it could be a bit of a cross. And then you've got a big Jack Dempsey as well. Obviously, the geos are striking my eyes at the moment every time I go in a shop, and that's a couple of beautiful ultifrons. Look at them showing off, honestly, flaring for the camera. Stunning pair of Geophagus ultifrons. And then some Leper Inis. I always think about Aquadiction, so Aquadiction, every time I go into a fish shop, I don't not film the Leper Inis because I know you guys like to see them. But again, a great species. Absolutely stunning. They're a riverine fish. I think I've said it before. I'd love to do a riverine tank with a big flow. And, you know, I have seen some cracking riverine tanks out there. And some flash plecos. These were nice as well. Nice group of them. I do like this pleco. I think I kept one once. But yeah, a nice pleco to keep, that one. And then they fed some beef art to these puffer fish, which was nice and which was good fun, basically. I really enjoyed that. And didn't they just go at it? They didn't leave it until it was gone. They absolutely hammered it. What's your thoughts on beef art, guys? Do you feed your fish? I know it's a bit of a controversial food. I know that one half of fish keepers say it's amazing. The other half of fish keepers say they don't like it. It's messy, blah, blah, blah. So let me know what you do with whether you feed beef art or not. And then we're just going to look at some of the Central Americans, the smaller types. You've got your Sajika cichlids, rainbow cichlids. Did say there was some Persei in here. Yeah, a couple of small Persei cichlids, which is a Pantano cichlid as well. Some nice Geophagus, a bit more of a rarer type in these parts. You don't really see these that often. I have seen these in a couple of shops lately. So maybe we're going to get more of this type of Geophagus coming into our shop. Some Argentina cichlids. These are really nice Central American. Used to be Vieja. Absolutely stunning. They grow into some absolutely amazing beasts of fish, honestly. And then Polyni cichlid. This is an African cichlid, often referred to as the Starry Night. And then we're back to the Geophagus redhead. So yeah, another favourite in our fish room, of course. Stunning fish, those. A really nice group of Bolzeni cichlids. Very, very nice. A festivum and some albino hecali. So again, another fish that I get asked about a lot if I see them on my travels. So yeah, again, some more hecali, albino ones. Some young, small datnoids. But what I'm going to say, guys, is I met Andy for the first time on this tour and he was absolutely amazing. What a great group of people and a great shop. This is the aquascaping part, your hardwood, your rocks. You know, you've even got a dojo there for you to practice in. Some big pieces of wood. Some really nice stuff in this area. And obviously the planted tanks, look at that. That's absolutely flourishing with pot plants, lots of choice. So a great selection of plants for your tanks. Now, I didn't bring any home, which is surprising for me of late because I have been trying the plants out. And this is a big place. So now I'm going to show you through all the tanks that they have for sale. They've got so many tanks for sale. It's quite a big display area, all different types, different makes. You know, look, you've got such a range of brand new tanks in which was amazing. Absolutely stunning. But like I said, the guys are great there. It's well worth a visit. I don't know why I've never been to this shop more. I did go a couple of times a few years back because my father-in-law lives in these parts. So, and they've got a little reptile area as well. So if you're into your reptiles, they do those as well. But yeah, a fantastic shop, guys. An array of dry goods, a massive dry good area. And I was really, really impressed. And I will definitely be going back, honestly. You know, and obviously I've brought a fish home. So we're just going to show you the rest of the dry goods in this shop. And then I'll show you that fish that we brought home. I brought one fish home, guys. Did you guess what it was in the video? Obviously, you're going to find out soon. But yeah, a great, great shop. Well worth a visit. And I highly recommend it. As promised, I said I'd show you what I bought from Andy's Aquatics. And I reckon that most of you probably guessed anyway. And I did bring home that Waru cichlid, and he has fitted in. I say he, could be a she, has fit in really well into this tank. Obviously my 4 small ones, and then there's the big guy there. There's a bit of a good look at my L27 pleco that is looking stunning. But yeah, obviously I couldn't resist. You know what I'm like. And we brought it home with us. And it's a nice little size. It's in between the small ones and obviously the big guy, but it's just as gorgeous as the rest of them. Beautiful. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you guessed this is what I brought home. I would be surprised if nobody guessed it was that, to be honest with you, because obviously we already have a group of Warus. Look at him, beautiful. I keep saying him, but I don't know if it's an him, guys. It's just, I don't know, I think fish keepers naturally call their fish him, don't they? But look at that. That's a nice little shot there. Go on. Bit of a tiny little bit of damage on the front of the dorsal, but that'll clear up. Keep the water nice and clean. I did put some salt in as well. But anyway, guys, I'm going to call it a day. I just want to say a massive thank you. As always, it means a lot. And I will see you all on the next one.